Folks, welcome back. I have your latest home prices and insights for week ending September 22 for the York region. Buyers are ready. Buyers are ready to do their part. They'll come through in shining colors. Sellers are not holding up their end of the deal right now. Before I break down the numbers, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so you're reminded when these videos come up. Today I'm talking about the York region, in particular Vaughan, Richmond Hill, and Markham. But on different days I talk about the city of Toronto, I talk about Brampton, Mississauga, the Durham area. I cover all the GTA. So by hitting the bell button, you're reminded when these videos come up. And a quick thank you to those of you that do want to reach out and talk to me about whatever they want to talk about real estate wise, buying, selling, general questions. A simple way to get a hold of me is in the description below. There's a link to my calendar. Just book a time that's suitable for you. This way I'll know ahead of time when you want to chat, and I'll make sure that my calendar this is synced up to my calendar, and I'll make sure I'm available and we can talk about whatever's on your mind. Okay, at the beginning I said buyers are ready to do their part, and it's true. Buyers, they're out there, they're pre-qualified, they're ready to buy, they're putting offers. Sellers are not doing their part, and in particular, sellers that are not coming to the market. We just don't have enough listings, and I said before, we expect more listings, and for a couple of weeks in the fall here, I was right. Not so right anymore. There's no listings out there, and I'll explain as we get to the listing chart. I'm going to start off with condos for all of York region, and then I'll get into the detached properties. So here we go. Sales have gone up. We sold 66 condos last week for week ending September 22 for all of York region, and 66 is kind of above what we were doing at the high end of the summer as far as sales go. So no real significant jump in sales, but still better than we've done over the last, a little bit at the top end of what we've done over the last few months here over the summer. But average sold price is now sitting at $678,000. Now, 682 was the record for average sold price in York region. We were at 680 over here in the middle of the summer. We've been at 660, 671. Now we're at 678. So we're right at the top, very close to breaking another record when it comes to average sold price for condos in York region. So prices are up there right now. We're sitting at 14% higher than last year's average sold price. Of the 66 that were sold, 49% sold at list price or more. So it's not overly competitive. It's half and half, 49%, almost 50% of the properties are selling at list price or more. A bunch of other condos are sitting there. So you have time to take a look, put in a financing condition, look a second time, bring your mom and dad if you're a first-time home buyer, bring somebody else if you need, but you've got time to buy in some of those. And some of those you don't, and it's the good realtor you're working with that'll tell you, hey, you should hurry up and decide on this, or let's take our time, let's negotiate a good price. Here's the listings chart for condos. So the first couple of weeks listings went up. They went from 88 to 130. I was so excited. More listings, more sales, more buyers, more choices for our buyer clients. But now they're down, last week, there's no way for me to explain it, but we've got less listings out there right now. We went from 130 down to 96. Months of inventory now is down to 1 month of inventory. Days on market went from a couple weeks ago, it was at 26, then 22, and now it's sitting at 15. So days on market has come down. Properties are selling quicker. Condos we're talking about right now. Months of inventory at 1. It's getting more and more competitive, and as long as months of inventory is staying this low, prices are going to stay this high or go up. Now we're talking about the detached market. I have Vaughan on the chart, so we're just dealing with Vaughan right now. The detached properties, sales went up to 57. Hallelujah. We went from 41 to 57. Of the 57, 13 sold at $2 million or more. Average sold price has gone up to $1,864,000. That's high. The record that we set in Vaughan was $1,904,000. So there's no real significant price difference between 194 and 1864. Not a lot of difference. I know it's $40,000. You won't even notice it when it comes to that. And you know, if you kind of sit back and have a look, you could see that since the beginning of the year, you could say to the end of June, average sold prices creeping down slowly. But since the beginning of July, average sold price has been increasing at a more rapid rate that it was declining over the previous 8 or 9 months or so. So prices $1,864,000. Comparing this year's average sold price to last year, we are 34% higher than last year's average sold price. Of the 57, 60% sold at list price or more. Now, here's where the problem lies. The sellers aren't doing their job. They're just not listing their properties for sale. We went from the beginning of September from 56 to 66. Okay, so 10 more listings, you barely noticed that. The week after, we listed 2 extra at 68. You won't notice that. Now we're, 3 extra, 71. You won't notice that. Here's where we have our problem. If there aren't enough properties to buy and there isn't competition out there, the whole supply and demand, the demand is there, we don't have the supply. And with that, months of inventory stays the same or drops. In this case, it's dropped. It's now at 0.7. Days on market is sitting at 15. And, you know, you could kind of look back here where months of inventory was sitting at 1.7 and then 2, prices were lower. Now we're sitting at 1, 1.1, 0.7. Compared this part of the chart compared to this, prices are higher. Lower months of inventory, higher prices. That's the relationship between the two. That's why I look at this chart, and that's why months of inventory is so important. It's really the relationship between supply and demand, and that relationship will determine which way prices are going. And in Vaughan, they're going up or staying up depending on how you're looking at it. Here's Richmond Hill. So sales have gone up from the previous week. We sold 49. 12 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price came down a little bit by about $13,000 from the previous week to $1,950,000. $1,950,000. That's, you know, yeah, it came down, but so what? It's still $1,950,000, the average sold price. That's $32,000 from $32,000 higher than last year's average sold price at this time. Of the 49, 59% sold at list price or more. So when it comes to that, as far as that percentage goes, you know, it's under 60. You've got time on some of these listings to negotiate, to you know, maybe put in an inspection condition, because, you know, that's hard to do these days. But on other properties, you're competing, you're seeing bully offers. But a lot of the areas we're sitting at 70 and 80% sold at list price or more. So you got no chance of what I just said you could do. But at 59%, you got some chance. And I imagine this is a bit lower because of how high the average sold price is. And there's some properties, especially in the luxury side of things, that you just normally do have a bit more time with. When we look at listings, again, here's the problem. We went from 52 to 76 the previous week. And we thought, okay, so it's not a lot, but at least sales are listings are going up. And now they're down to 71. And we want to see more listings. We want more competition out there. We want the buyers that have been getting beat up all summer trying to buy to be in a position to buy something. This keeps it very competitive. Active listings is a little bit lower. Active listings are the amount of properties actually available for sale at the end of the week. It's a little bit lower. Months of inventory has come down. So it's been coming down over the last month. It's now sitting at 1. Days on market is down. It's now sitting at 14, and average sold price is staying high. It's 1,950,000. Let's look at Markham. So sales. Sales are up. We sold 52 detached properties in Markham. 11 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price has come down from the previous week to $1,715,000. So $1,865,000 was the record that we had the beginning of July. When we kind of look back the whole year, average sold price in Markham has, it looks like it's been creeping up. Here in June we had, I can't explain what happened here in June, but for the whole month of June we were on average a bit lower. So if we forget June, can't do nothing about it now, it's in the past anyways, and we kind of look at the trajectory, average sold price since this whole year has been creeping up, and now we're sitting at $1,715,000. Compared to last year, we're 13% higher than last year's average sold price. Of the 52, 83% sold at list price or more. Very competitive. 83% is going to feel like almost all properties are selling at list price or more. Here's again the problem. We listed only 64 homes last week, detached properties in Markham, and it's down from the previous week where we were at 90. So we went from 50 to 90. We're excited about that, and now wah wah wah. It's kind of, you know, it's raining on our parade. We're looking for more listings. Those of you that are looking to put your house on the market, hurry up, get on with it. Prices are great for you. Let's put the properties on the market. Let's get things going out there. But months of inventory is now sitting at 0.8. Days on market has come down to 14. Average sold price, as you know, $1,715,000. Here's the summary across York region, detached and condos. Average months of inventory has, in all areas, has come down from the previous week. It's a very tight market. It's so important. It's like, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's so important you're working with a good realtor, whether you're buying, whether you're selling, and really take advantage of whatever strategies are available to really deal with these situations that are out there in the market. My name is Santo Sessa with RE/MAX Premier. I'm a full-time realtor. So is our team. If we can help in any way, please reach out to us. Have a great day.